Section 1.4. Multiply whole numbers. Learning objectives. By the end of this section, you will be able to 1. Use multiplication notation. 2. Model multiplication of whole numbers. 3. Multiply whole numbers. 4. Translate word phrases to math notation. 5. Multiply whole numbers in applications. Be prepared 1.5. Before you get started, take this readiness quiz. Add 1683 plus 479. If you missed this problem, review exercise 1.58. Be prepared 1.6. Subtract 605 minus 321. If you missed this problem, review example 1.33. 1. Use multiplication notation. Suppose you were asked to count all these pennies shown in Figure 1.11. Figure 1.11. Would you count the pennies individually? Or would you count the number of pennies in each row and add that number 3 times? 8 plus 8 plus 8. Multiplication is a way to represent repeated addition. So instead of adding 8 3 times, we could write a multiplication expression. 3 multiplied by 8. We call each number being multiplied a factor and the result the product. We read 3 by 8 as 3 times 8 and the result as the product of 3 and 8. There are several symbols that represent multiplication. These include the symbol, multiplied by, as well as the dot, and parentheses, open parenthesis, closed parenthesis. Operation symbols for multiplication. To describe multiplication, we can use symbols and words. Operation, notation, expression, read as, result. Multiplication. X, 3, multiplied by, 8, 3, times, 8, the product of 3 and 8. Dot, 3, dot, 8. Parentheses, open parenthesis, closed parenthesis, 3, open parenthesis, 8, closed parenthesis. Example 1.39. Translate from math notation to words. A. 7, multiplied by, 6. B. 12, dot, 14. C. 6, open parenthesis, 13, closed parenthesis. Solution. A. We read this as 7 times 6 and the result is the product of 7 and 6. B. We read this as 12 times 14 and the result is the product of 12 and 14. C. We read this as 6 times 13 and the result is the product of 6 and 13. Try it 1.77. Translate from math notation to words. A. 8, multiplied by, 7. B. 18, dot, 11. Try it 1.78. Translate from math notation to words. A. Open parenthesis, 13, closed parenthesis, multiplied by, open parenthesis, 7, closed parenthesis. B. 5, times, open parenthesis, 16, closed parenthesis. 2. Model multiplication of whole numbers. There are many ways to model multiplication. Unlike in the previous sections where we used base 10 blocks, here we will use counters to help us understand the meaning of multiplication. A counter is any object that can be used for counting. We will use round blue counters. Example 1.40. Model. 3 multiplied by 8. Solution. To model the product 3 times 8, we'll start with a row of 8 counters. The other factor is 3, so we'll make 3 rows of 8 counters. Now we can count the result. There are 24 counters in all. 3 multiplied by 8 equals 24. If you look at the counters sideways, you'll see that we could have also made 8 rows of 3 counters. The product would have been the same. We'll get back to this idea later. Try it 1.79. Model each multiplication. 4 times 6. Try at 1.80. Model each multiplication. 5 times 7.